I'm making a class-based beat 'em up, but until about a week or so ago, half the classes in my game had no abilities. One of my main development goals has been to complete the 4 baseline classes of WinterBringers. We've got the Fighter, a melee specialist, the Rogue, a swift-footed knife thrower, the Mage, an expert of arcane and ice magic. I've thrown in the Voidwalker, who is a heavy-hitting master of forbidden magics. Each character will have 4 abilities. 3 are class-based, 1 is race-based. I hope this design will encourage players to pursue builds through trial and error, but push through the game so that they can unlock more class and race choices. I've yet to reveal any classes outside the 4 starting classes. Some that I have prototyped with include the Stonebinder. This is a hero who builds gargoyles to attack their enemies. The Fungomancer, mysterious magic user who uses charging explosive mushroom. One of the first challenges I faced when I was adding the classes was figuring out how I could easily keep track of all the different abilities belonging to classes and races. It was important to do this without turning my codebase into anarchy. My background is in software development, so I'm constantly trying to balance the need for fast development as an indie game dev, but not upset my programming OCD at the same time. In the end, I opted for scriptable objects to store my abilities and an ability controller which listens for player input and calls the appropriate method for the ability that's been activated. I do this using the invoke command, which allows me to call a method by its name. This means I pass in the name of the activated ability and a method with that ability name is executed. This means I need to create a new method for each newly added ability, which can be quite time consuming. I have got common methods for the baseline behaviours of melee attacks, projectiles and AoE. This method just allows me more flexibility when customising and means every ability can have unique effects. When given a unique field to abilities, I've used particle effects in the form of sprite sheets. Found a great tool in itch by the name of Pixel FX Designer by Code Manu. It's a great tool for developing particle effects if you're like me and you just totally lack creative skills. I think it's currently on sale as well, so if you're looking to spice up your 2D game, really recommend it. After adding particle effects, I then worked on adding floating damage numbers to my combat, which really helped in hitting home the impact of each hit. I used Text Mesh Pro for my text as it allowed me to spawn in the text at an impact zone without using any unnecessary calculations in my code. I went and added small random values to the X position just to avoid the overlapping of numbers on quick successive hits. I think this also had a nice touch though. Finally, I used the animation controls that Unity provides to scroll the text up and fade out. This meant that I had floating combat text added and animated in next to no time. One problem I soon had though was critical hits blending in with regular hits. It had a larger damage number displayed, but no real impact on the player experience. I took inspiration from games such as World of Warcraft and Diablo and added a separate floating animation for crits. I had them pop out with a greater impact and gave the text an orange font just to try and convey the urgency and excitement of this critical damage. I think this really added some great value to the player combat experience as well. And that really tops off the progress I've made over the last week or so, working on my first 4 classes for the alpha build. Really excited to get back in and add some of the other crazy classes that I've got planned. But next in line is to add more enemy variants and work on level design, looking to get my second level, the Evergreen Path, which is a goblin-infested pilgrim path into the second alpha build of the game. Please check out WinterBringers on Steam if you're interested. Wishlisting really goes a long way in helping me to develop the game. There'll also be a launch discount, so don't miss out on that. And cheers!